Pokey Nerds, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Right now, it is time for a market watch for Mega Evolution, the brand new set, brand new era of Pokemon that just started last Friday on the English side. Also, you have Inferno X on the Japanese side. We'll get into that later in the week. But Mega Evolution, we're taking a look at prices for sealed and singles over on TCG Player right now. Going to talk a little bit about the market and also offer some different thoughts and analysis that I have from what has happened since release day, which again was only a couple days ago on Friday. So you have booster box cases like $2,000. It's like over $300 per booster box, which is just insane. Booster bundle cases, they're like almost $50 per booster bundle, which is again insane. These prices, I don't know what to tell y'all. I thought Destined Rivals would be cheaper than it is at this point. Everything just is still going to the moon. It feels like, for the most part, there are a few exceptions here and there, but I don't know when this market is going to change. I don't know if it's a good idea to buy booster boxes on the secondary market right now. I would generally say absolutely not, but I said that about Destined Rivals booster boxes at $250, and look where they are now. So I don't know. What I do know is eventually this market will change. I just don't know when. Eventually this market will get to a new normal. This is not going to be the norm forever, but when will that change? I have no earthly idea. Booster boxes are still over $300 on TCG Player. You have low list of $310 basically. $310 for a Mega Evolution booster box, enhanced booster box, that is. And look, I will say this, do whatever you want. I don't want to tell you what to do with your money. If you're a fan of Pokemon, buying a Mega Evolution booster box that is not enhanced for more than the enhanced booster box because you're thinking about scarcity or something like that is insane. Mega Evolution enhanced booster boxes are a better product. I talked with y'all about this on Journey Together. I would never, ever, 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 even if they were the same exact price, even if the non-enhanced version was a little bit cheaper, I would go for the enhanced version. Go get yourself that promo card. The Bulbasaur promo is awesome. So yeah, the enhanced version is what I would be looking at. And it looks like the non-enhanced version, people are actually showing a little bit of Nope, they're not. The price is about the same. It's a little bit cheaper. And it should be a lot cheaper. I don't know why you would want a non-enhanced version. Now, Mega Gardevoir, let's see what's going on here. Special illustration rare, a line straight down. People bought it on Friday. Let's see here. There's been a lot of sales. People were buying it on Friday over $500. Yeah. And I think on eBay even higher for the special illustration rare. And I'll tell you all this, even though the gold cards are rarer than the special illustration rares, in my opinion, the special illustration rares are way better cards to have in your collection. The gold cards are cool. They're unique. Yeah, but ultimately, they're still just gold cards. This is not a situation, in my opinion, where this gold card is the same quality of a Crown Zenith special illustration rare or alt art style gold card. No, this is just a textured gold card. And are they some of the coolest gold cards we've seen? Yeah, I would say so. Similar to the BWR rarity, black, white, and red cards from Black and White. But I would much rather have a special illustration rare, even if these cards are harder to pull. It's just me. I like the illustrations. I think this is a basic graphic that's just gold. That's my opinion on these. They're incredibly expensive. They're incredibly hard to pull. Lucario is over $500 on TCG Player right now. Looking like the first legit listing here. All Valley Pokemon, $530. Mega Lucario EX. Gold card. We've got Mega Gardevoir as well. A little bit cheaper. Kind of surprisingly, in my opinion. I'm more of a Lucario fan, but I do like Gardevoir as well. And okay, let's see here. Let's make sure we're looking at near mint. Still a little bit cheaper for the Mega Gardevoir. The low list here, legitimate listing, $475 for Mega Gardevoir. I would not be purchasing these cards right now. I think that they will massively go down in price, especially those two gold cards at the top. I know they're rare. Gold cards are always rare. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go there right now. So yeah, Mega Gardevoir. We looked at, legitimate listings, $300. I think in this market, these things will cool a little bit. I don't know how much. We saw Destined Rivals dipped a little bit after release, had a little bit of a lull, then went back up. And Destined Rivals cards, the top cards in Destined Rivals are like all-time highs at this point, a few months after release. You're looking at the Lucario Special Illustration Rare, about 270. There were sales on Friday of over 400, I believe. So again, buying on release day is a little crazy. On Friday, yeah, there's 400 right there, like a couple pre-order orders around 400. I pulled this. You can go back and look at it. I pulled this. I only opened 10 packs from English Mega Evolution, but I did pull Mega Lucario EX Special Illustration Rare. I sold it immediately. I sold it for $325. Could have probably sold it for more, but I didn't want to sit around and wait on it. I wanted to sell it because I knew the price would go down. And if I feel like it, I'll end up able to purchase it again in English if I want to. The reason I felt really comfortable selling it is because I pulled it in Japanese as well, or I bought it in Japanese actually for $60. I love this card. One of my favorite cards of all time. So many reasons it's so awesome, but you have all sorts of battles going on, mega battles. You got Lucario and Venusaur, you got Mega Mawile, Mega Kangaskhan, you got Mega Manectric, Mega Abomasnow, Latios flying by, checking out all the action. Such a sick card. Very cool. But again, I wouldn't be purchasing either of those right now. I think that's crazy. You look at the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. For the Lucario Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, which comes with a Riolu Pokemon Center stamped promo. I'm always looking for, verified sellers or sellers with a ton of sales on TCG Player. $250 looking like for Lucario. Mega Gardevoir, which comes with the Alakazam promo. And I'm like a huge Lucario and Riolu fan. I would actually rather have that Alakazam promo, Pokemon Center promo. $225. Lowest legit listing there. Crazy prices. Then you have like the rest of these special illustration rares. Mega Latios EX Special Illustration Rare. Still illustrated by Akira Egawa, one of my goats. This card is over $200. Crazy prices. I would imagine that these prices will fall. I think they're going to print the ever-living crap out of Mega Evolution. Let's see here. Venusaur Special Illustration Rare. I pulled this one in Japanese. I pulled Venusaur and Ivysaur from the same booster box. $215 basically, lowest list. Mega Venusaur EX Special Illustration Rare. Triptych, really cool. Ivysaur or Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur line there. Absolutely love it. And I've got Lily and Murray in here babysitting, dog sitting right now. So if there's any interruptions, you know why. Lily's Determination. This card, I haven't checked on it in Japanese. It was more expensive than this. But this is the Lily's Determination Special Illustration Rare. I pulled the full art in Japanese. $175 basically is what we're looking at in English. It's a really beautiful card. Very cute. I personally always tell you, for me, trainers, they need to have Pokemon in the cards. Otherwise, I'm kind of like, I can pass. Regular Elite Trainer boxes, over $100 here. Wild, wild, wild. Mega Kangaskhan EX Special Illustration Rare. I am a big fan of this card. Don't have it in English or Japanese, but I imagine I will have it in Japanese. I focused more on Mega Brave early on. So you're looking at $100. about $100, maybe a little more right now. I don't imagine it will stay there. Mega Absol, I do have this one in Japanese. Let's see here. About $110. Legitimate listings here. 115 plus. Maybe that 110.99 is a good one to look at if you want to. But again, probably these will end up going down by quite a bit. And I don't know why. Sometimes the artist on TCG Player is listed incorrectly, which is the case here. This is Mitsuhiro Arita, who has a number of city style cards. You know, this is very reminiscent of a gargoyle. People refer to it as Batman, White Knight, whatever you want to call it. This Mega Absol EX Special Illustration Rare is a very cool card. But again, outside of like the Greninja, there's just not that many examples of cards that at the very beginning, the very early stages of the release period, that they don't have a dip after that. So I would not be recommending buying any of these. I would recommend selling and then picking them up later again if you want to. You got to make this hobby work for you. And this Marshadow card, I love it. I've been talking to y'all about this Marshadow card forever. Since we first saw the illustration rares released on art rares released on the Japanese side, the reveals of those art rares. You've got Zenith Marshadow, about to commit a crime on poor Pikachu here, it looks like. And this card's just a really cool art. It's a callback to a card from Sun and Moon era that has both of these Pokemon. I love this card, but it's an illustration rare. I do not think it should be listed as high as it is. And these listings are not nearly as high as you're seeing on eBay. So when I saw this Marshadow that, it's a very nice illustration rare. Once again, illustration rares are not very hard to pull in this set. Yes, there are plenty of them. So, pulling a specific one, it can be difficult, but that's been the case for, all of Scarlet and Violet and getting into Mega Evolution. I just cannot see this card maintaining at this high of a price point. And again, on eBay, there's listings up to $200 for an illustration rare. I know you had the Seismitoad, but that was Shinji Kanda. That was, people are, it's going to get canceled. It's going to, they're going to have to pull it, stop printing it, all that stuff. That has a whole other crazy hype cycle, which I think is ridiculous too. But to me, this card should not be as high as it is on TCG Player. Definitely should not be as high as it is on eBay. I did pull it on Friday. I also have a Japanese copy, so I was looking to list it. I was starting to, take some pictures of it, and I was like, you know what? I think this is a PSA 10. So I decided to submit it for grading instead of listing it, and we'll see what ends up happening there. So that's my little story with Marshadow. Love the card. Do not think it should be worth as much as it is. Like, again, almost every card we've seen, you see where it starts out way up here on the chart, way high, and then dips immediately. This Marshadow has done the opposite. We'll see how it ends up playing out with the Marshadow, but that's been a pretty crazy thing to see. I do have a Acerola's Mischief out for grading on the Japanese side. Beautiful card. The colors really pop, and the lighting does too with the texture. Very popular Pokemon trainer. This is way cheaper in English than it is in Japanese, or at least it was. Again, I haven't checked Japanese in a minute. $60. That might not be a bad card to actually look at, but I would imagine, as I've talked about with everything, I would imagine there will be cheaper price points at some point. A booster bundle is looking at over $50 right now. $55 to $60 for a booster bundle of a brand new set. That's over double MSRP. Insane. Absolutely insane. Lily's Determination Full Art, which is the one I have here in Japanese. On the English side, where are we at? $45. Very cool full art. A lot of the trainer full arts, I will say, they almost have like special illustration, rare quality illustrations, in my opinion. But no Pokemon, so, don't really care that much. Lieutenant Surge is really cool, the special illustration rare. And yes, it doesn't really feature any Pokemon. You do have the Voltorb medicine balls, but very unique art style. And I'm a big fan of anything Kanto. So Lieutenant Surge, very nostalgic for me. Ivysaur, the middle part of that triptych. Started out way up there, falling down. Now you can get it about $35. That's a card, at $35, we're starting to talk about price points that might actually stick a little bit. But I would guess Ivysaur will be down in the 20s at some point. Bulbasaur, this is just the standard illustration rare, not the promo, is about $30. That might stick. We'll see. The Bulbasaur is super cute. All three of those cards are great. Mega Lucario EX Special Illustration Rare, or excuse me, not Special Illustration Rare. Mega Lucario EX Full Art, which is one of my favorite full arts I've ever seen. Let's see here. Listings around $30. I would guess that will continue to fall. I don't think you're going to have standard full arts right at release sticking around the $30 price point. Wally's Compassion Special Illustration Rare down in the 20s. Vulpix about $25. Steelix a little bit above $20. Gumshoes, I would imagine that will definitely end up having a major decline there. I just don't think that's a super popular Pokemon, but it is a fun little art there. Shuckle is a really cute illustration rare. Mega Latias EX full art. You got the Exeggutor. All this stuff is, around $10. The full art item trainer cards, about $10, a little under $10. So yeah, everything else, I think all this stuff here is like fine if you want to add it to your collection at these price points, because even if Inteleon illustration rare drops from $5, $6 to $3, do you really care all that much? No. And ultimately that's a card that could be worth a lot more in the long run. They just are not getting very much attention right now because of all the hype at the top of the set. That's kind of how these things end up going. Spearow, the Ninjask and the Shedinja are very good. Helioptile is a beautiful card. There's a lot of good cheap cards in this set at release that are really cute. For sure. Snover, the Garganackle is crazy. I love that art. Shroodle, I know, has some fans. I love the Delibird. How is the Delibird $5? So yeah, there's definitely some things on the lower end that I think are worth purchasing right now. The high end stuff, I would wait. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Marshadow being as expensive as it is, because to me that is just wild. Being $80 on TCG Player, even more expensive on eBay. Marshadow, Zenith Marshadow. I love that card. I don't think it should be doing what it's doing. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.